But in the more near future, the East in particular, we talked about it earlier, Rhode Island could finish as high as 4th in the table tonight with a win. They also could be potentially outside the top 8 if results don't go their way. That came before that, where they conceded 10 over back-to-back defeats. Here comes Rhode Island here, an early ball into the middle looking for Noah Fuson. It comes all the way through for Kwizera, who wasn't quite able to control that. And Camden Riley comes out with it for the Roots.
Good opportunity there for Rhode Island. Oakland can count themselves a little bit lucky because the defending was pretty poor, didn't get a good connection on the ball and came straight across the face of goal.
Rodriguez! Oh! Nearly got the Roots back up the other end, and they create the biggest chance in these early minutes.
And I know we briefly touched on Johnny Rodriguez, but it feels like if you talk about Oakland Roots and you talk about goals, you have to talk about Johnny Rodriguez. But it was interesting, Gavin Clinton talking about the connection between him and Mimo. He said after training every day, they probably hit 50 crosses to each other. So it's no surprise that in the game, the same combination or chemistry arises.
Lovely touch here by Noah Fuson. He's gonna let one fly, and it's parried away by Blanchette. Great strike, but Paul the Wall has the answer for the Roots.
I think the success for Oakland in this game can definitely come on the counter-attack. I think Rhode.
Oh, again, it's one high up the field. Another chance! It goes wide of the target. Was there a touch? Yes, there was. Doyle this time is stopped, but again, Rhode Island will get a corner.
Yeah, Doyle had actually dragged this shot, but seems like, again, good defending, got a block on the ball and just was able to get it.
I have to mention as well, we've been talking about how good Rhode Island have been recently. Oakland on the road have had good results this season, and it's because of moments like that. It's a towering header by Neveal Hackshaw. And the Roots, against the run of play, have the lead in Rhode Island.
Unstoppable. The delivery, the timing of the run, and the connection with the ball. Hackshaw here comes through like a steam train. There's no stopping him when the execution is that good. Delivered into the perfect area, just over the near post area to the first man. Hackshaw's timing and arrival and the power on the header.
We talked about earlier about Rhode Island getting a clean sheet. It won't happen. It's the 33rd goal that Cano Smith's side have conceded this season. That's one of the higher marks in the league. But they're pretty good at scoring them as well. And Grant Stoneman nearly scored his 2nd goal in as many games. Fans helped them get it back.
Of course, for Oakland, when you're 1-0 in the lead and you're coming into halftime, you do make a little bit of meal out of these little instances. So you can kind of allow time to tick off the clock. It's a little bit of sportsmanship.
Lovely interplay there. Turnbull strides ahead. 2 added minutes to play. Turnbull tried to find Dikwa. Kwizera onto the roof.
Can they flip this on his head as they have done many times this season? So I'm sure they're going into this second half with some confidence. As we mentioned, they were probably the stronger team in how they performed in the first half, but they finished the second half losing. So it's going to be interesting to see whether Oakland have another gear that they can step it up, or if Rhode Island just become a little bit more efficient in their attack and able to get the rewards of their play so far.
Again, the reason this game is so important, as we'll get to that in a second. Turnbull's in here for Rhode Island. He keeps on going, and Blanchette saves. Ybarra. Down the far side, Fuson, lovely give and go. Kwizera into the middle. Blocked away by Riley. Out for another Rhode Island corner. I think that's their 10th of the match.
Yeah, Oakland have to make a decision quickly what they're going to do about Tabacus, because Rhode Island have been having the upper hand right now, creating chances and being very aggressive on the attack.
Holstad took out the hammer.
That's what Kwizera does on a consistent basis, and he's not been able to do it tonight, but I feel like Rhode Island will get success if they start isolating him, allowing him to get in those 1v1 situations.
Much like we saw at times in the first half, Oakland just trying to bend and not break and then find something up the other end, as that's a misplaced pass by Blanchette. Ybarra. Doyle! Ybarra back into the middle again by Doyle after the save by Blanchette. It's still kept alive.
Not looking to park the bus. They're definitely looking still to post their own attacks.
Oh, J.J. Williams, was he brought down by Hackshaw? Yes, and it's a red card as well. Neveal Hackshaw brought down, or I should say brings down, J.J. Williams, and he's sent off. It's a straight red.
He knew exactly what the repercussions were. If they're able to go on and defend this, they know maybe it was a good choice. Sometimes you have to make a foul like that to keep your team in the game if it's outside the box, which it looks like it is. And Rhode Island, they've played well tonight. You know, it's not like they're losing the game because they've not played well. They just haven't been able to create any clear goal-scoring chances.
Oh, it's a miscued kick. Nodarse! Blanchett saves it through the crowd. And Doyle loses his footing. He says he was fouled. Gagi will clear this for Oakland. Helped along for Trayvon Reed. It's lovely give-and-go play, but Reed is beaten to it by Duggan, who was there to cover.
Good play again from Mafeka. I think they're in the middle of the park, just one touch passing.
Brito. Oh, it's on a plate, and it's an equalizer. Headed home by Albert Dikwa. And Rhode Island do level the match with 3 minutes to play. 1-1.
And it comes off a moment of Oakland having good possession of the ball and giving it away. And you look, they've lost their defensive shape and their stability and structure. A great delivery. Dikwa's timing of his run. Brilliantly glanced header into the far corner, giving Blanchett no chance. And they've leveled things up. With a man up, we spoke about Rhode Island's resilience and just finding a way not to lose games. Even when they find a way to come back and get the tie, and they've done that again tonight in the closing stages of the game. Albeit they're competing now against 10 men, but now I want to see if they have the onus and the urgency to go ahead and try and push for that winner.
It would be Rhode Island's 12th draw of the season if it holds like this, but it very well may not. Here's Brito again. It's played across. It's a chance for Kwizera. He fires one in, and Doyle, did it go over the line? Did it go over the line?
Fuson.
Kwizera to take. From the corner. Oh, it's headed right down the middle by Karifa Yao, and Blanchett stops it. The 7 minutes are up. And that's it. Honors even. In Smithfield, Rhode Island, the 10 men of Oakland smuggle a point back to the West Coast.